1917. 1917 is a new World War I drama directed by Sam Mendes. This film is set during World War I, where we follow two British soldiers that are given a very important task to deliver a message to stop an upcoming attack, and they have to go deep into enemy territory to hopefully save 1,600 men. Ever since I saw the first trailer, I've been highly anticipating this movie. This has been one of my most anticipated movies for 2019. I love a good war movie, especially if there's a great cast and director involved. And I think Sam Mendes is a really good director that has made many great movies over the years, like American Beauty, Road to Perdition, Skyfall. But most of all, what I've been hearing the most about this film is how this film was shot, and it's made to look like it was one continuous shot similar to Birdman, and I was interested to see how they would do that, especially in a war movie and using that type of filmmaking. I've heard many great things about this movie from early screenings, and that this movie is a huge Oscar contender. Unfortunately, it had a limited release on Christmas Day, and I wasn't able to see it in 2019 since I don't live in LA or New York, so sadly I had to wait until January for it to go wide, and I finally saw this movie, and I'm happy to say it was worth the wait because 1917 is incredible. 1917 is a brutal, visceral, riveting, and engrossing film that I simply adored. First, Sam Mendes did a phenomenal job directing this movie, and he should definitely win the Oscar for Best Director. He is my pick. Just how perfectly he captured the authentic feeling of World War I with the top-notch production design at different locations. Now, about the one-shot filmmaking, this could either work for the story or could come across as gimmicky. Luckily, it doesn't come across as gimmicky, and it works perfectly for the story. Just how we're focused on our two main characters throughout this movie, and also creating an immersive experience in the way camera pans and moves. And there are shots where the main characters walk through stuff like tree or even a tank where I thought, okay, maybe that was a cut right there, that was probably cut right there. Maybe that was a cut right there. It was definitely an interesting experience watching this movie, figuring out, okay, where did they put a cut right there and how did they do that? The story is simple and straightforward, but I think it's very well executed for this movie because our two main characters are given a very important mission, and if they don't get to enemy territory in time, many people will die. And following these two British soldiers in these very dangerous situations, just wondering how are they going to make it out alive. And I genuinely wanted both of them to succeed. If something wrong would happen to either one of them, I would feel sorry for them. And I could tell this was a passion project for Sam Mendes. Sam Mendes has shown in the past with the last two James Bond movies, Skyfall and Spectre, that he likes to do long takes. Like in Skyfall with Silva's introduction, and it's just one long take. And also an opening tracking shot in Spectre. And also, this film was dedicated to Sam Mendes' grandfather who served in World War I and has told him stories about messengers in World War I. And I can definitely tell he's very passionate about this film, and it clearly shows. Both how he wanted to film this movie and the story. The performances from the cast are great. Two British soldiers played by both George McKay and Dean Charles Chapman are fantastic in this movie. They did a great job selling the emotional scenes, making you care about these two characters and wanting them to survive. And I haven't seen these two actors in anything before this, and after watching this movie, I definitely want to see both of them in more stuff. They have bright futures. And there are great but brief performances from Colin Firth, Benedict Cumberbatch. They were great, not given a lot to do within the story, but they did good for what they were given to do. And the cinematography by Roger Deakins, outstanding. In 2018, Roger Deakins won his first Oscar, finally, for Blade Runner 2049, and he should definitely win his second Oscar for this movie. Just how much of a gorgeously shot film this is. This is some of the best cinematography I've seen in a war movie. And also a sequence that takes place during nighttime that just amazed me and made my jaw drop. And I also want to give credit to the amazing musical score from Thomas Newman. Definitely helped with the tension of this movie. It's haunting and absolutely riveting. This and Joker are my favorite musical scores of 2019. As for issues, I honestly don't really have one flaw with this movie. Not really with the pacing. I wasn't really that bored during this movie, even in the slower moments. So I don't have one issue with this movie. Overall, 1917 is one of the best war movies I've ever seen, up there with Saving Private Ryan and Dunkirk. Masterfully directed by Sam Mendes, strong performances, and it's just a cinematic achievement of a movie. And overall, I am going to give 1917, but bam! 5 out of 5 stars. This film right now is nominated for 10 Oscars, very well deserved. Definitely expecting this movie to hopefully win a few Oscars, and I'll be very happy if this movie wins Best Picture. If you love a good war movie, definitely see 1917. Or if you admire long takes in movies, or if you like movies that are made to look like one continuous shot, definitely check out 1917. It's a must-see. So what do you guys think of 1917? Do you agree? Disagree with me? Let me know below. Make sure to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe if you're new here. It really means a lot. I'm Jack Benner, and look forward to another movie review.